I'm here to solve the problem that plagues beginner skaters when you do ollies and they accidentally rotate frontside. I found the secret sauce and the real answer that is guaranteed to fix your mistakes. Make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss a video from us. Let's do it. Let's fix your ollies. The reason it's so difficult to stop your ollies from rotating is because it's most likely a combination of issues. The thing is, there's one issue that's harder to solve than the rest, and that's the one that we're gonna focus on, is your weight placement in the direction you are jumping. I'd like to shout out Why the Trick, because I was watching his YouTube videos because I think he's just a great skateboard teacher, and once he said this point, the light bulb went off and I was like, that is 100% right. Your ollies are accidentally rotating frontside because you're compensating for a poor squat. When you squat, if your weight falls forward even just a little bit, you will naturally compensate during your jump by pulling your weight towards your skateboard and then jumping. If you move backwards at all during your jump with this strategy, your front trucks will follow you in the air. So what we want is a squat with your weight directly over the skateboard so you can just push straight up in the air, where you don't have to make an adjustment as you're jumping, because that will carry your energy through the ollie, making it rotate. This mistake is specifically hard to feel. It's one you might have to observe by watching your board rotate and hey, no problem. This is a mistake that is difficult to feel when you make it, but it's easy to observe. So if you notice your board is rotating frontside when you're doing ollies, really pay attention to this. I'm gonna give you 3 tools that you can use to make sure your squat is balanced properly so you stop pulling yourself frontside. The first tool is I want you to feel your chest. Where is your chest at the bottom of your squat? Right now, it's likely that your chest is just falling off of the toe side a little bit, right? After you get to this position, you're gonna compensate by rolling over your board as you're jumping, right? This little motion right here, going from forward over the board and then jumping, will pull it frontside. So what I want you to do is take your chest similar to this spot where the Skate IQ logo is, and I want you to try to put it directly over the grip tape at the bottom of your squat, okay? I don't know exactly where this logo is, but in my head, I can easily visualize that this is gonna sit directly over the skateboard. You notice I'm on the heel side, very simply, like the toe side of the board comes up in the air, versus when I just go this way and the heel side comes up. So I can feel that that position at the bottom of the squat is setting my weight up on the heel side. Then I can jump straight up from there and be a lot less likely to traverse heel side. The next tool that you can use is feeling your hamstrings in your squat. If you squat just by bending your knees, you can easily end up over the toe side. If you squat and you lean over a little bit and you put some pressure on your hamstrings, this can easily load the heel side of the board. So you can sense the arch of your foot on the heel side rail at the bottom of your squat. This is another tool that will make it very easy to jump straight up. If you start on the heel side at the bottom of your squat, the odds are your instincts aren't gonna overcompensate and say, oh, I'm on the heel side, let's make sure I jump to the heel side. It'll be very obvious what you're doing and you won't wanna do it. When you end up accidentally over the toe side without recognizing, you will start compensating. Your instincts will kick in to say, okay, let me get balanced over the board before I jump, and starts rotating. So basically what we're doing is just moving the weight at the bottom of your squat from out here, putting it directly over the grip tape or even on the heel side, so then you're not compensating for anything as you start jumping. Tool number 3, just shift your board forward, okay? If you stand too much on your front foot, the bottom of your squat, this is gonna make it very easy to overcompensate and make a mistake on the way off the ground. Just shift your board forward so you can feel more weight on your back foot. Then as you squat, it seems like there's no way to overcompensate and say, okay, I better jump backwards to save this. If that board's out in front of you, a lot of times you're gonna wanna jump towards it, forward, and save it that way, not so much front side. Those are 3 tools that you can use in the squat to avoid compensating for anything. But what are some mechanics we can use in the air to stop it from rotating? One of my favorite ones is the lunge, right? You all know what a lunge looks like. So, if I am terrible at ollies and I can't stop them from rotating and I do it every time and I end up here, what I can do is just lunge from this position to hold it straight, right? So if I'm rotating this way, if I'm jumping and rotating, I can just push my front foot out in front of me and hold it straight like this, right? So you'll land with a very open body position, but you can push that board out to hold it straight. This is likely a tool that you will need to use as you're first solving this problem, because your ollies aren't gonna be perfect right away. So you're gonna have to try to hold it straight by pushing that front foot out. I have a theory. When you are trying to fix a mistake, you can't try to do the proper thing. You have to try to make the opposite mistake. So, this is what you will have to do for a majority of your attempts while you're learning. Your brain thinks that this is a straight ollie. So I want to do one going perfectly straight, and then that happens. So if you go to your next ollie and say, okay, this one I'm going to do perfectly straight, that doesn't make any sense because your brain thinks that that one was perfectly straight. So you're just trying the same thing over and over. What you need to do is say, okay, I rotated 45 degrees front side. Now I want to rotate 45 degrees back side. And you do this by making the opposite mistake at every step of the way. When you squat, get too much on the heel side. Before you jump, compensate and get yourself back over your board. Then jump forward a little bit towards your toes, see if you can get the board to rotate. The odds are you will have to try to make the equal and opposite mistake just to get closer to holding the board straight during your ollie. So we'll go like this. You rotate 45 degrees, then you say, I'm gonna listen to Mitchie, make all the opposite mistakes, and I'm gonna try to rotate 45 degrees backside. And then you only rotate a little front side, okay? That straight ollie is so much further away than you think, and you're gonna have to make dramatic changes and try to make a dramatic mistake on the other side of the spectrum just to get closer to fixing it. This is one of the most difficult problems to solve with an ollie because you already have it off the ground. You can already skate and pop and move around, and it's just a frustrating issue that is very difficult to pinpoint exactly where the problem starts. So make sure you're patient and you really mess with your squat, body position, weight placement, and the direction of your jump a ton so you can get a very intuitive feel for it. This is not a problem that you will solve in one session or one day, but this is something that you can constantly focus on throughout all your tricks. I really hope it helps. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss a video from us. And as always, click one of these 2 videos so you can stay on the channel.